Hello and welcome to Mags and Tillotson. Last week you seen me take my 1970 Sportster XLH on its first shakedown run. However, what you didn't know the day before is that I pulled in the clutch and the clutch cable just let loose and I had no clutch. Now this is a common problem with the old Sportsters from 1954 all the way up to 1970. When the clutch release worm gets old, it starts spreading apart and it lets go and the clutch cable slips out. So let's get into this thing and we'll pull the sprocket cover off and see exactly what is going on here, so we can get it fixed and get the Sportster back on the road and stop singing the blues.
It's an Iron Head day today, so let's get on the bike and go for a little ride.
After we fix the clutch cable, that is. So let's dive in. Okay, the first thing we have to do is remove our rear exhaust pipe and make that clear of our sprocket cover. All you have to do next is loosen up your front muffler clamp so you can pull it down enough to get at the lower bolt on the sprocket cover and pull the sprocket cover right off, just like this. And as you can see that the clutch cable pulled right out of the front of my clutch release worm lever. Not a good thing. Okay, as you can see, the release worm lever is split apart too far. It's all out of shape, and also at the very front of it, it is split open as well, so it makes it easy so when you pull on the clutch, that your clutch cable is going to pull right out the front of it. This is a terrible design. It's very, very weak. So I think down in the near future, I'm going to sit down and draw out my own custom one where it's designed a lot stronger than this. But for right now, I'm going to squeeze it all back in shape again and get it tightened down because I'm excited to get the Sportster back on the road again so I can start to enjoy it. So let's get this thing fixed up a little bit here and let's get started with this and get this worm lever back in shape again so it's squeezed down on the clutch cable a whole lot better than what it is. Okay, once again, you don't have to take off your front exhaust pipe. All you have to do is loosen up your rear muffler clamp a little bit and lower down the exhaust just a little bit so you're able to take out the screw on the bottom of your sprocket cover. Okay, as you can see, I put the cable back inside the release worm right there. But it's still kind of loose in there. I didn't tighten it down yet. I just wanted to put it back in and see how it looked. And you can see right here in this area, it's just split apart too far. Also at the front, it's also opened up too far where the cable can easily be pulled out. So that's got to be clamped down a lot more than that. So I'll get this thing back in shape again. Alright, now as you can see that when I try to put the cover back on, it's going to come right out again. That's how much out of shape it is. So it's got to be put back in shape and got to be clamped down a little bit better than what it is. You can see up here in the front of it, right here, it's opened up way too far up in the front. It's got to be clamped down more than that. And it's all distorted and it's out of shape. That's from all the use of all the years of, on the bike. It's 54 years old. This area right here is a very weak spot over here. It's a terrible design. It should be designed a whole lot better than that. Look how weak it is. I could think of a lot better ways of doing this where it would be a lot stronger. I do have a design in mind. I'm going to draw it down on a piece of paper one of these days, and I'm going to make my own part. I mean, this is ridiculous. Okay, what I'll do here, I'll take a little vice grip and I'm going to squeeze down on those two little jaws right there. Okay, I got them squeezed down just about where I want them right now, to where they're not opened up too far so your cable pulls out the front of it. It's going to look something just like this. That should do the trick. Okay, let's go ahead and put this back on again, and we'll start to adjust our clutch. Alright, this is for our Sportsters from 1954 all the way up to 1970. Okay, the first thing we're going to do here is unscrew the lock nut number 43, and we'll back that off a little bit. And then we're going to back off our adjusting screw number 42. We're going to back that out, and then we're going to screw it right back in again until it just starts to make contact with your number 11 release rod. And as soon as it makes contact with that, you can go ahead and screw your adjusting screw in just a small amount, maybe about a 1/16 of a turn. And then go ahead and snug up your lock nut again, start the bike up, pull in your clutch, put it in first gear. Now at this point, your bike should not creep forward, and the clutch should start to engage about a ½ inch away from your grip. And you may have to try this, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 times until you get it just right. And then when you get it just right, go ahead and lock down your lock nut again, and then you're all set to go. So thank you for watching Max and Tilson once again. Until then, guys, you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next week. You take care. And don't forget to like and subscribe.